Nearly 200 IRS workers were in the building at the time the plane hit. Joining us this morning are two of them, Elva, Liando, and Richard Lee. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Elva, I know you were on the third floor of the building. You saw the plane coming. What was your thought at that moment?
Well, my office is located on the second floor, but yesterday morning I was on the third floor doing a CPR training. And the instructor was sitting in front of a large window, and I saw something through the window. I thought it was maybe a large bird, a hawk, but it came flying faster and closer, and by the time I realized it, I realized it was an airplane, and I didn't even have any time to react. And before I knew it, it hit the building, and there was a loud explosion. My instincts just kicked in, and I knew I had to get out of the building. Immediately got up and just ran out the door, down the hall, down the stairs and out of the building.
Luckily you were not hurt, but when you got outside, did you see others who were?
I did see one man who had some severe burns on his back and on his face. Everyone was just in shock.
Did you think it was terrorism?
At first, I did, because I saw the plane coming, and it just came straight into the building, and I didn't think it was an accident.
Right. Richard, you were on a different floor, and you felt the explosion. Your story is interesting because I know that you're a floor warden, which means that it's up to you to stay inside and make sure that everybody knows what's going on and that they get out safely. That must have been nerve-wracking for you.
Correct. After the explosion, you know, I got knocked to the floor, and the glass shattered all over. I got up and I told everybody get out, and I had to go cubicle to cubicle to make sure that people were out. And another manager, Alfredo Valdespino, was with me, and you know there was parts of the floor of the second story that I could not get to because stuff fell in on top of me, and the smoke and the flames were so high I couldn't see. A couple times I ran back to my window to get air and went back, you know, to try and look for people. And once we saw everybody and helped people up, you know, to get them out, and couldn't see anybody anymore, that's when we exited the building.
And lastly, can you give me your thoughts, Richard, now that you know, as an IRS employee, now that you know that he targeted this building because he was upset with the IRS?
I'm really have no comment about, you know, what somebody did because they were mad about the IRS. I mean, I haven't thought about that, ma'am.
I know, Elva, that you called it unfair.
I just thought it was unfair how an angry individual took out his anger on innocent people.
All right. Elva, Liando, Richard Lee, thank you so much for taking the time this morning to share your story. We're so glad you're okay.
Thank you.